Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the internet sensation. Six-figure stock traders. TA, let's get into this. Bitcoin going to the moon.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed my face reveal, but we are going to be focusing on Voyager token, CKB, and Bitcoin in today's video. Let's get into Voyager token first because it is the smallest chart. And what I mean by smallest chart is they did a token swap a few days ago and they went from the ticker BQX to VGX. So now we only have about 3 days worth of data to play around with, but it's kind of interesting to say the least. We've been kind of trading sideways after this increased volatility right around the coin swap. And what we can see here is that if we measure this swing high to this swing low, right now, we are at a point in time where we might see Voyager token kind of take off in either direction. We can definitely see that there is a possible floor right at this $3.80 level, somewhere in there. But if we look at that factor and then kind of draw a trend line here, we have a descending triangle. So we might be gearing up to see Voyager token start ripping, and I'm hoping to the upside. Unfortunately, there's just not a whole lot of data to suggest which way this thing could actually go. RSI is sitting at a cool 43, so with that said, it still has plenty of gas to the upside if Voyager wants to take off ripping. Doji Star on the 1 hour chart currently looks like we have 27 more minutes to see what happens with this. But I would expect Voyager to start ripping in either direction soon. And like I said in the last video, it wouldn't surprise me to see Voyager come down in double tap on this $4 or $3.41 level. Now, I'm not saying it's going to, but a double bottom, that's usually a good way to test the floor, if you ask me. With that said, this chart is too new to make any presumptive assumptions on which direction it will go from here, but I do highly suspect it's gearing up for a move now. Well, we'll discuss Bitcoin here in one moment. Let's switch over to CKB. Oh my goodness, I passed it. And here is CKB, folks. So this is from the last chart I did. Now, back on 8/20, I said to everyone, on 8/22, we need to look out for a reversal or price action to start ramping up or something of that nature at around 7 a.m.-ish. Well, we can see that at 7 a.m., we had a nice pump and reversal, and that's what this Fibonacci time sequence was telling us. In my opinion, what we are witnessing right now is Elliott wave theory, especially with this run up here. It wouldn't surprise me to see CKB end up around this 0.02 cent level here. Maybe come up and test this Fibonacci channel line up here. That is my guess for CKB right now. But we must wait and see what is going on. We can see that indecision is going on right now. Bulls and bears are fighting. We've got a little spinning top going. But if Elliott wave theory prevails and this doesn't reverse into some sort of head and shoulders pattern, it'll likely go up to 2 cents. But if we do get a head and shoulders pattern, meaning we see this price action come back down to about 0.015 here in the next day, I do think that this would be a nasty head and shoulders formation to come back down to this 0.015-ish level. Let's take a peek at CKB on the daily chart as well. Now, if we go here and zoom in on the chart, we can definitely see CKB was struggling here for a second. We had this pivot point here, and these red candles illustrate heavy selling. Well, the bulls prevailed, and we came up and checked this 200 moving average on the daily chart. Looks like we are maintaining above this Fibonacci channel line at the moment. And I do think that we may, in fact, see CKB kind of do something like this, like I had kind of mentioned in the previous video, and then move up. But we may, in fact, be seeing Elliott wave theory in effect here as well. So CKB is looking good still. RSI is a little blown out right now, so I would expect a little bit of a retracement here, and that's where I think this ascending triangle might come into play. So I'm liking what I'm seeing on CKB, and the prediction at 8:22:07 a.m. was dead accurate. So with that said, we'll travel on over to Bitcoin. So here is Bitcoin, folks. And so back on 8/20, I had also made the bold statement that on 8/21 at 11 a.m., we were going to see some reversal with price action. Turned out that I was about an hour off on Bitcoin. This was the pivot point, but still not bad. We can see price action has suffered from here, and we have a very minor corrective wave. This is all on the 1 hour chart, by the way. And we can see that this Fibonacci time sequence was definitely an important time for Bitcoin. I'm going to go ahead and move back to the daily chart. So what we can see here is these red candles, just like in the CKB demonstration I just did, these red candles illustrate heavy selling. We're still moving to the upside, but people are liquidating positions as this is happening. And this is a lot of times where people get bull trapped, is when we start seeing this sort of thing happen. So we're moving dangerously close now, in my opinion, to coming back down and testing this 46,500-ish level. I think if that happens, and we fall back through this ending diagonal, it's really going to be tough for Bitcoin to survive, because the next Fibonacci time sequence isn't until September 1st. Now, we could certainly see Bitcoin rally from here and kind of do one of these things as well, and maybe kind of fall out of this triangle at that point in time on September 1st. It could indicate that the top is somewhere up here at 58,000. Who knows? At this point in time, we just need to make sure that Bitcoin stays within this ending diagonal, and we might be able to play a pump or two in the near future. Bitcoin's trading above the cloud, above the 200 moving average, and if Bitcoin really does rip here, it's going to pull this 50 moving average up above this 200 moving average here and form what is known as the Golden Cross. In addition, I just want to thank all the Patreons for their support. If you'd like to become a Patreon, it's $3 a month, and there's a link in the description that will get you there. So I hope everyone has a great weekend, and we'll catch up with you guys tomorrow.